Okay, so it's time to put our reasonably nerdy caps on real quick. I have not watched episode 4, but I have watched the first 3 episodes of Obi Wan, and I wanted to address this after I at least saw that much, because as I'm filming this, episode 4 was just released, so I haven't had an opportunity to watch it yet. But Moses Ingram seems to be the center of a controversy that has been drummed up by Disney that doesn't really exist from my eyes. It was claimed that Moses has shown proof that she has received some hate online. While I do not doubt that there are people who have probably sent her some really stupid comments and probably said some really horrible things, I do not think that that should be presented to the rest of the population as a representation of the Star Wars fandom. And the other thing that I think needs to be addressed here is that Disney seemed to preemptively drum up some of this controversy. They tweeted, and I quote,
"We are proud to welcome Moses Ingram to the Star Wars family and excited for Reva's story to unfold. If anyone intends to make her feel in any way unwelcome, we have only one thing to say. We resist."
This tweet was tweeted out prior to any of this controversy coming out. And then we got a video from Ewan McGregor that says this.
This weekend, Star Wars fans made Obi Wan Kenobi the most watched Disney Plus original series premiere of all time. And for that, I would say a big thank you. And it just goes to show what this family can do when we all pull together. However, it seems that some of the fan base, from this influential fan base, have decided to attack Moses Ingram online and send her the most horrendous racist DMs. And I heard some of them this morning and it just broke my heart. Moses is a brilliant actor, she's a brilliant woman, and she's absolutely amazing in this series. She brings so much to the series, she brings so much to the franchise. And it just sickened me to my stomach to hear that this had been happening. I just want to say, as the leading actor in the series, as the executive producer on the series, that we stand with Moses. We love Moses. And if you're sending her bullying messages, you're no Star Wars fan in my mind. There's no place for racism in this world. And I totally stand with Moses.
So, very explicitly, he says that it was brought to his attention, or was shown to him. Either way. The evidence has not been presented to the community. It's just been said to the news outlets that this is happening, though we haven't seen hide nor hair of any actual negative comments, aside from her claiming that they were made. And again, not bringing into question whether or not some people have made negative comments. Probably a handful have. Yeah, absolutely. But that happens to literally everyone anytime anything is released that is mass marketed to a group of people, that is part of a fandom. That's just the nature of the beast. Unfortunately, it's ugly and it's gross, but we're people. Human nature is ugly and gross. So that is almost to be expected. As far as claiming the entire Star Wars fandom is toxic and ugly and disgusting is disingenuous at best, and an outright lie in probability. Like, that's probably what's going on, is they're probably lying, though we don't have the ability to call them on it because they're not presenting us with information. The thing that seems to be more actually stated by the community is that Moses Ingram's character, Reva, is not being presented well, I guess is the diplomatic way of putting it. Reva is, in a lot of nerds' minds, unnecessary. This is a character that is not being written well. Though I will make the claim that I think that Moses Ingram's ability to act as this character is actually compelling. I really enjoy her performance. I do understand the argument that her character is kind of broken as far as the overall mythology is concerned, especially at this point where I'm at in the series, and probably into episode 4 as well. She's breaking continuity. So this series so far is breaking two separate continuities. Not only is it breaking the original continuity of the Holy Trilogy, but it's also breaking the Disney continuity of the animated, I believe it was Rebels, where we see the Inquisitor, the head Inquisitor again. Like, so much is wrong with this that has nothing to do with the fact that Moses Ingram is black. Has everything to do with the fact that not only can these writers not write Star Wars very well, but they also apparently can't write women very well, because women in pop culture, especially in nerd culture, have been praised since the beginning of pop culture. We have the Alien franchise, we have the Terminator franchise. There are great. There's the original Princess Leia. Oh my God, she is an icon. Specifically in this Queen Amidala, again, an icon. Now that was a little divisive, but not nearly as divisive as Disney Star Wars has been. The reasonable conclusion to come to here is that there are issues with the character of Reva, not issues with the actor Moses Ingram. She's fine. I think she's great. As far as her performance, at least. I don't know her personally, but as far as the character is concerned, I think a lot of work needs to happen throughout the rest of this miniseries in order for us to get on board with the character of Reva. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think there's any salvaging a lot of what's wrong with Obi Wan. If this was separate from the Star Wars universe, if this was just a series that was similar to Star Wars in these ways, I think it would be fine. I think there would be a lot of nerds that would be like, hey, let's make a whole universe out of this. I think that would happen. But because you're attaching it so poorly to something that is already established and beloved in the community, that's what's getting backlash, and not the race baiting that Disney seems to be trying to perpetrate. And reasonably nerdy caps off. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds.